Hey there, it's Boots Owen here. This is a Vax Power Pet. Let's look for a model number. There it is, U84M1PE. It's an upright vacuum cleaner. I found it. It was out in the rain. Don't know anything about it. I've emptied the canister. That looked clean enough. And the only other thing I can see that could be wrong with it is the beater brush down here is completely full of hair and bits. So I don't see an easy way to get in there. I think I need to go in with a screwdriver. That's what I'm just gonna do. You have to excuse the noise in the background. That is a washing machine doing the laundry, and I'm working beside it, so that's just the way it is. Looks like there's a few screws involved here, and the wheels might have to come off and all sorts of other bits and bobs. I think what I'm going to try and do is do it from above or from below rather than taking off this cover. Put these screws back in. Feels fine otherwise, although feels quite loose actually. No, I'm going to go in because I don't know that there is a belt attached to it anymore. That could be my issue. Somebody might have said the belt doesn't work and thrown it in the too difficult pile, which of course is the same as just leaving it out in the street, which is what they did. There's another screw up here behind the wheel, or inside the wheel. You have to bear with me on this one. I don't know if I'm doing it correctly. I've never done this before on this machine. There's another screw, 6 so far. See another one here, it makes 7. There's this little set of wheels here. Now I don't know if the top's going to come off or the bottom's going to come off. Don't know which one. Let's turn it over. Oh, it's just the adjuster for the carpet. Let's pull off this nozzle. That looks clear on both ends. Right. I see 2 more screws in here. Now, how do I get them out? Because this wheel thing is here. Does it pull off? I have to get this off somehow because I can see this. Maybe I can get this one off without it. There's one more. And this one, yeah, probably do it. Yeah. Doesn't feel like it's there yet. I have to catch those 2 screws. There's one. I don't know if this thing here is going to get in my way as well. It feels like this is all that's holding me on now, so I snap it off somehow. Does it pop off? Ah, what I can see is there's 2 little screws holding that plastic thing on there. They're right down in here. I said 2, maybe there's only 1. No, there's only 1. Maybe that lever's come off now, has it? Yeah, so that gets the lever off, and that's where the screw goes into. Try it again. That screw's falling out there. Where did it go? There it is. So, does this come off now? There it is, yeah. Okay, and yeah, sure as buttons. There's the belt. So there's the belt, big fat black one. Cracked and broken. It's obviously gotten stuck. Burned a hole through itself there. And then snapped. You see the skid marks on it. Okay. This brush might lift out now. Or it might not. That noise isn't all the washing machine. There's building work going on next door, so that gets the beater bar out. Bits of paper, not paper, bits of string. Why am I talking about paper? There's bits of string here, like pretty substantial string, maybe out of a carpet. Off a rug, maybe, something like that. Got a sharp chisel here, that'll snip those. What I tend to do when I'm working on vacuum cleaners like this is if it's summertime I'll do it outdoors where the dust won't get to me, and if it's wintertime like now I'll do it indoors, but I'll take an antihistamine tablet before I start because otherwise my nose won't stop running. Belts for these things are normally pretty cheap, like a couple of quid. I have a spare belt out in the shed for a Dyson, and I don't know if it's the right size, but I'll get it after I've done this cleaning, and I'll see if it fits, because if it does, that's excellent. You can see with all this stuff caught around it why it would be breaking. These are bits of carpet fibre. As you can see the white carpet backing, there's a bit of wire there off a spring or something. Just there. It's like archaeology, this, really. In some ways. Probably better paid. Okay, this is the last of it. The other thing that could be wrong is the bearings could be bad in here. There's another roll of stuff. Those bearings feel okay, actually. They feel pretty good. So, a bit of dust on there, but that's not a big deal. I'll go and check this other belt, and if not, we have a part number, Euro part 07EL04. I'll check that against my other belt. So this is the one that I have already. It's a bit narrower. And I think it's a bit smaller. It's way smaller. Okay, so then I'll just go on eBay, which is where I normally shop for these things. I'll either type in the belt number, this one, or I'll type in the model number of the machine and get a new part. They're normally a couple of quid. If it's any more than a couple of quid, probably just won't bother. So a couple of days have passed and I ordered the belts and they came. Excellent, like really. 2 days in the mail, 2 belts for £1.99. I only need one, so I'll keep the other one for spares, but might as well try and attach it to the machine somehow. So let's get back on track. Here's the old belt here, and it's a Euro part 7EL04, so it's the same belt. Excellent, good stuff. Then we've got to get this brush beater bar. So hook the belt on over here, hook it around that brush bar, and this is where it gets to be fun. So this slots in any direction, it's circular, but on this side it slots and locks in. Let's get that off again. So it slots and locks in because it's got 2 flats on it, and they slot into this little slot down here. And there's a bit of pulling involved in this because it's quite tight. Got to make sure that that rotates in the correct direction. The needle nose pliers here. Just help that to slot in. And that's it. Once it's in, it locks it into place. Just give it a spin to check it's all going around okay. This looks fine to me. So then the plastic cover goes on first. And it gets screwed on from below. So we flip this over. And I'll magically make these screws zip in here. So then the trickier two are underneath this little wheel set, but you can get them in. The wheels move side to side. And then the more awkward one is this little handle. So it has to slot in the right place. It should snap in. There it is. I'm going to turn it over. And get a screw in from below. Easier said than done. That's it. And there you're good to go. I'm not convinced that this screw is tight though. It's just sheared in the plastic, so there's not much to do. It'll stay there, it won't fall out, but it's not really doing anything. Someone must have over tightened it in the past, because it certainly wasn't me. Right, let's give it a go. So then, let's see. So there you go, the Vax Power Pet. Belt replacement. There's the dust that's sucked up. I'd call that a success. Thanks for watching. See you later. Any comments, leave them below.